Inicio Roman for Del Val touchdown.
You know, I really don't know, but let me be quick to say I'm humbled by it. I think it was just a natural thing that someone picked up on, and that's kind of the way it came about. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoy being, you know, out in the forefront of helping events to be more than maybe what they could be with some professional announcing. So I think that's kind of how it came about.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's event is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Intercollegiate.
Well, it goes back about 8 or 9 years. And by the way, let's remember there are other people that speak for the school too, obviously. Miss Ingrid Gray, in her capacity announcing at wrestling matches, of course, she does a great job also. But it's been about 8 or 9 years. I took the place of a former staff person. It was kind of a natural for me, having come from outside business interests and actually being a seminar leader around the country. So I was speaking in front of people and crowds and doing a little bit of event emceeing, so it just kind of fit.
Intercollegiate Athletic Association, the NJSIAA, the nonprofit group that represents...
Well, being here at the stadium, at the gym, out in the parking lot if we're having a pep rally or whatever, I enjoy just being part of everything. And there's a sense of, again, adding some flavor, some continuity to it, and keeping the event on track too, because that's the responsibility of not just an announcer but a program leader.
Group that represents the best interests of more than 250,000 student athletes from 400.
Years ago I could say yes, but lately, even going back a little bit before Del Val, as I mentioned, I had been doing this professionally outside of public education to a large degree, both in the training sense and in an event sense. So I became pretty comfortable with a lot of training and skills and exposures that I'd had. So nerves is something that maybe you have internally. As the athletes say, if you're not nervous before a good contest, then something's wrong with you anyway. So it works out.
Back deep to receive for Del Val, Benicio Roman and Chris Fennell.
Honestly, the actual performance of announcing, it happens, and it happens naturally. Things that can get in the way, honestly, are others that aren't part of the announcing crew, who may be, it could be other press people, or it could be people that spontaneously would come into the space, because all announcers like to have a controlled space, and need to, for the sake of the flow of the event. So that's been a situation. There could be, of course, any kind of spontaneous, unexpected interruptions, God forbid, some type of tragedy or emergency or something like that, which we announcers are always mindful of. So those are more difficult than the normal flow of keeping the game on track.
And that's the ball game. Our final score on the 2011 homecoming.
And what do you do when that kind of stuff happens?
Well, you have to realize what it is, how severe it is, and there's certain protocol, of course, that need to be followed for safety or for keeping the program on track or getting it back on track. So you say what you need to say so that people will know, in essence, how to react.
Fennell hands off to Hogan.
Always happens. And one of the things that we try to do is, in advance, of course, meet with one of the coaches, get their starting lineup, or if there's any names on their roster that we're not certain about, hear them say it, because we want to do the best job we can in pronouncing all the names.
Let's say hello to our Del Val cheerleading squad for this year, led by senior Jessica.
Well, sports announcing, public address announcing, leading events, I would think that somewhere along the line, especially these days, someone's going to have an occasion to really want to be good at speaking about whatever it is. Obviously, video production is a big thing. Having one's resume even on video, of course, is a good idea. So I would say that seek out some professional coaching on speaking, presentation, things that maybe the student wouldn't ordinarily think about. But if you really want to use it, come out and volunteer. There's opportunities here and there for students to put their good speaking voice to use, and it would be a great thing.
Chris Fennell goes coast to coast for a Del Val touchdown.
Yeah, well, nothing's forever, obviously, and people move on to other things. I'm not looking forward to going anywhere soon, but I do have a concern, a professional concern for whoever might step into the role going forward when that time comes. And I would hope to have something to say about maybe choosing or advising or helping, coaching, whomever would want to do that, because not a lot of people are comfortable speaking in public. So although I don't look forward to the day when I'm not doing this, because I really enjoy it, I want to make sure that it's in good hands, in good voice, so that all the events of Del Val can continue to be top flight.
All right. Thank you.
Keep speaking. Okay, colleagues, are you ready for this one? You now have the opportunity to take on the role of the Voice of Del Val. Try this one on. Good evening, sports fans and Terrier fans of all ages. Welcome to the campus of Delaware Valley Regional High School for tonight's contest. We're glad you're here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, you're on.
Good evening. This is Mr. Hagee. Good evening, Terrier fans, and welcome to the campus of Delaware Valley Regional High School. We're glad you're here.
This is Mr. Jensen. Welcome to the campus of Delaware Valley Regional High School for tonight's contest. We're glad you're here.
Good evening, Terrier fans. This is Mrs. Coles. Welcome to Delaware Valley Regional High School. We're glad you're here for tonight's contest.
Good evening, Terrier fans, and welcome to the campus of Del Val Regional High School for tonight's contest.
This is Mr. Ahms. Good evening, Terriers, and welcome to the campus of Del Val for tonight's contest. Glad you're here.
Hi, this is Mr. Gessmer. Good evening, Terrier fans, and welcome to the campus of Delaware Valley Regional High School for tonight's contest. We're glad you're here.
This is F. First name James, last name Schneiderite. Good evening, Terrier fans, and welcome to the campus of Del Val Regal High School for tonight's '(S) contest. We're glad you were here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ms. Gray. Good evening, Terrier fans, and welcome to the Delaware Valley campus for tonight's contest. We're so glad you're here.
Volpone!